Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
What's up, Chris?
We're going down that rabbit hole with the Han Solo movie.
What do you mean?
Hi, guys. I guess we'll just jump right into it.
Wait. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Okay, you ready?
Here we go.
So, past 2 days, Ron Howard has, I guess, decided to make an executive decision at Disney. Because I like to think that no Disney executive would approve this, but apparently this is so.
What?
Have you ever heard of the Oh, by the way, this is potential spoilers for the Han Solo movie. But
He's drawn it out.
have you ever heard of the characters Tag and Bink?
What?
Who?
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. But for those of you who don't know, and I didn't know this either, I didn't know that this was a thing until a friend of mine pointed it out to me. There are these characters in the old canon, if you can call it that, I guess.
From where?
Named Tag and Bink.
From where?
Old
From
canon.
the old canon.
Of what?
Star
Of
Wars.
Star Wars.
You're talking Star Wars: A New Hope,
Legends.
Empire, and
What is
Jedi?
Legends now? No. What is now Legends, like the old expanded universe?
Like books?
Yes.
Like Heir to the
Yeah.
Empire, Dark Force, Rising Last Command, or The Truce of Bakor,
Yes.
or whatever this shit?
Yes, that is the old canon, technically.
How the fuck would anybody know that unless they read the books? Okay, go ahead.
Well, exactly, because people did read these books.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
But, okay, so these characters are a comedy duo who had their own sort of series of books, and, well, they were more like graphic novels, but their whole thing was that they somehow wound up in these situations that tied into the stories of episodes 4, 5, and 6, and I believe also 1, 2, and 3 as well.
What?
For example, one of their more famous things is that they were somehow two of the Emperor's Royal Guards on board the Death Star during Return of the Jedi.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That part's not canon, luckily.
What? Wait a minute.
But-
Wait a minute. Back up. Wait a minute. Didn't Kennedy fire the directors of Han Solo
Well, let me
because
finish.
they were making it a comedy?
Let me finish the story, okay? So, these characters that were a comedy duo in the old canon were not canon in the Disney when Disney bought Star Wars.
Yeah, all right.
They were not canon.
Okay.
Apparently, Ron Howard has made those two characters canon. Now, let me explain what this means. Their old story. Let me explain. Their old stories, are not canon. The characters are canon. So it's like what they did with Thrawn. Thrawn's old stories are not canon, but the character Thrawn.
Wait a minute.
Is new canon.
Slow down. So we have a movie called Solo,
Yes.
and other characters are getting top billing in this like.
No, they're not getting top billing.
Okay, well,
They're just allegedly they might show up in this movie.
why? Like,
That is the question that we are all asking ourselves.
wait a minute. You're saying that everything that they've done in the past is not canon because technically it's ridiculous that they would be comedy duo getting on a Death Star, being Royal Guard, screwing around, hey, you want to mess with the Emperor today? Or Darth Vader, let's take his helmet or some shit. And you mean to tell me that as serious as wars is going on in space, and the Force, and the Sith, and the Grey Jedi, and your Blue Jedi, and your mama is a rich gold member person, and all the stuff, you mean to and Porgs, you mean to tell me that they are making, like, Solo now? I understand that they don't have Porgs, but they're putting bullshit in the movie that may be considered comedy?
Allegedly.
What the fuck is happening? Could you explain this to me? I understand, like, people would you show me that documentary, and George Lucas is like, oh yeah, these battle droids are the greatest thing ever, and whatever, and they're like, yeah, it sucks. And I thought that was going to stop. I thought that we weren't going to have directors that were going to put weird ass shit in the movie because they get fired, no matter who they are. I don't care if you're the godfather to your aunt's cousin's nephew's roommate, or this one is of my kid, and we're all friends here and shit. You mean to tell me that he put shit in the movie that's comedy? For what purpose?
Well, you basically said it, for comedy.
I mean, he's making, wait, so you tell me that the Darth Vader scene is going to be like a fucking comedy thing with these idiots?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that allegedly these two characters are in the movie.
I don't fucking understand. First of all, I'm not crazy about there being a Han Solo movie. Let's just get that out there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean to curse, but I'm not fucking happy that that's happened, okay? One of my favorite fucking characters is Han Solo, all right? Some shit you leave to the imagination. You don't want to fucking know how it was. You're like, well, maybe this happened, maybe this happened. Just like when fucking Leia's like, oh, General Kenobi, you served with my father in the Clone Wars. You don't want to fucking know what was happening. You're like, oh, this should be cool, maybe. Oh, maybe Darth Vader fought him in a lava thing. We don't know. And then we actually get it, and it fucking sucks. Okay? So, like, no, I don't want Han Solo movie, but we're getting it. I understand that. But do we need to put bullshit in the movie? I thought that we fired these guys because they were making a comedy, and we want to make this shit serious. With a little bit of comedy, I guess, because Han Solo's funny, I guess, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, and for the life of me, look, Emilia Clarke, okay? She's the mother of dragons. She's the biggest fucking thing in Game of Thrones, okay? She gets top billing, but of course they already put her in a major franchise in Terminator, and it didn't work. Now, I'm not blaming her for it, but she's going to have a fucking major role in this one too, isn't she? Emilia Clarke.
Apparently. See, I don't know anymore, because all the stuff that we've heard may or may not potentially happen in this movie.
The main thing I know, and it's supposed to happen in this movie, that he's supposed to do the Kettle Run, right? In this movie?
The Kessel Run?
Kessel Run, I'm sorry. Kessel Run, right?
Well, that's an alleged... See, we don't know anything about this movie. And that's the problem. They have not... And for good reason, too. They've not released anything about this movie because, in my opinion, it's being completely overshadowed by Episode 8.
Yeah,
which is the movie that everybody cares about.
Right,
I don't care about the Han Solo
Nobody
movie.
gives a shit. If a trailer hits tomorrow, nobody would fucking give a fuck. Honestly.
Oh, I mean, they would. They would
a little bit. But they get confused because there are fans out there that they're like, hey, what the hell?
What I mean is that, here's the thing. Like, nobody's asking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but my computer had some lag there.
That's all right.
But nobody's asking, like, who are Han Solo's parents. You want to know why? Because nobody cares. You know what they do care about?
That's not a mystery.
Who is Rey? Who is Snoke? And where's Luke?
It's not a mystery who Han Solo's parents are, because nobody gives a fuck who parents are. Nobody knows. Nobody. There was never create. Now they're going to create something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so, but I hope not.
Please. Don't tell me like his parents had coffee with like Senator Palpatine or some shit, or some weird shit like. Okay. Whatever. I'm not looking forward to Han Solo. It's not Harrison Ford. It's not him when he was younger. It's some guy that I don't even know, what he does and whatever. And I mean, what's next? This guy's gonna be Indiana Jones too?
Yeah, let's just hope that they don't get any ideas about making sequels to this movie.
Wait, what? Sequels to Solo? You serious?
Well, basically what I'm saying is that there's always a possibility.
I thought that these specific spin-offs are not supposed to have any sequels. Just a
Well-
one-shot.
Well, you know, that was the story behind Rogue One because all the characters died, and you know, it was like, okay.
Well,
this
it pretty
is-
much
this
looked
is-
like all the characters died. Looked
Yeah.
like it. Although
here's the thing, though.
you could say that you never seen them die, even though it looked like shit was blowing up around them. But whatever.
They're dead.
Well,
But
yeah.
you can say that for Rogue One. The problem with saying it for this Han Solo movie is, you know, he's gonna live.
Well, we know that, but
So there's always that chance that if this one does well, they could be like, hey, the kid did really well as Han Solo. We should make another one.
oh no.
Okay.
No. You know what I worry about when they do shit like this? I worry about that time that I bought that Star Wars comic because I heard some shit that he was married to an African American woman and she told Leia, I'm his wife, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I ran out because I wanted to see what the fuck do they do, Marvel Comics, that they're doing this shit with Star Wars. I was pissed. I was genuinely pissed. And then it turned out to be some bullshit anyway. But, like, if you make multiple Han Solo movies, you have a huge opportunity to alter or create his past, which you could throw shit in there. Like, he has a love interest. He was with this one. Maybe she's pregnant. Maybe she's not. Maybe a kid will show up or a grandkid or whatever. And we don't need shit like that. I don't want to hear, like, them doing a Star Wars movie and now pops out a fucking Solo somewhere that some kid or whatever and just send, you know, you have too much of a problem for them to create a problem, okay? They're going to create all kinds of shit in there, and like he had his love interests and kids, maybe shit with the Force. Darth Vader should not be in the Han Solo movie. Sorry. But, you know, I have a problem. I have a certain problem with Star Wars. My problem is that I'm mad at George Lucas for altering that he shot first. Because you're not going to tell me he doesn't shoot first, because the moment he saw Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back, he whipped out that son of a bitch and he shot him, okay? So don't tell me, and I have the shit that I heard that George Lucas was trying to buy every single copy of that on VHS. I have it where he shot first. And I know he caved into some weird group of whatever to change shit, which I'm against. But now I don't want Star Wars getting screwed up, period. Okay? This whole shit with the Porgs is like a friggin' Ewok nightmare for me. Okay? It's a damn Ewok nightmare.
Porgs on ice.
Okay? Because my problem is that they are not George Lucas. They're Disney, and they're looking at this and they're like, well, if we did Star Wars when they had Ewoks, we'd have every type of different Ewok there is.
Needs to be able to look
Exactly. At. They want to create something cutesy shit. And they're putting shit in Star Wars where...
But wait. Let me I don't want to get too deep into this because it's potential spoil. But no. I'm not trying to change the subject. I'm telling you right now, if the rumors are true, which they most likely are, and could be potential spoilers for Episode 8.
Fuck.
The Porgs have a purpose.
Oh, what the fuck? Really?
It is not for what you're thinking it is. It's not a big purpose. They are not integral to the story. But there is a reason that they are there.
Yeah, they magnify the Force.
No.
Like a battery, no? What do they do?
No. They are on the planet simply with Luke, and they communicate with him and let him know what is going on the island and around the planet.
Okay.
That is their only purpose in the movie.
So why did one of them go with them?
Well, because they obviously do want to sell these as toys, but there's a reason that they're there. It's not just because, oh, we need something cute to sell the kids. They already have things like that. But these are, they describe them almost as like carrier pigeons for Luke. Like they let him know what's going on.
Oh, for Christ's sake, like Game of Thrones with the Raven, with the messages?
Well, I never watched Game of Thrones, so I...
Oh, God. All right, go ahead.
It's an interesting concept because we've never really seen like Force-sensitive animals in the movies, and
But
it is a big part of Star Wars lore that
Oh.
it's more than just humans that are Force-sensitive.
We're not going to see a Porg Jedi, are we?
No.
We're not going to see him train a Porg. And it's like,
No.
all right.
They're still just animals. It's just that they're connected to the Force.
But I don't understand why one's with Chewbacca.
Well, I mean, they do
Probably
want to sell
climbed
things.
in and didn't get burned up by the engines when they switched it on.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me, you're going to tell me no to this, that they're not going to use the Porg in the final battle in this movie to be like an advantage to, like, let's say Rey or something. Like, she could be losing, she could be fighting, like, I don't know who, Snoke or whatever. They pop in, they distract Snoke or whatever, and then they freaking get out. They're not going to do some shit like that?
I highly doubt it.
All right, good. That's a good thing, then. That's a good thing.
The most that might happen is that one, like the one that's in the Falcon might, like, bite a stormtrooper's boot, and then that's it. Like, it's not
So
going to...
we're not going to have Kylo Ren, no, not going to get involved with Phasma, Kylo Ren, none of this crap.
I think that like they might... It might be like an emotional scene where Rey is losing, and they, like, try to stop him, but, like, he completely just obliterates them.
So you're going to see Kylo Ren killing Porgs.
I'm not saying definitely, but it would kind of be like he's got the upper hand. She's, he's about to kill her, and, like, a bunch of Porgs, like, jumps in his way to try and stop him, and then he, like, get out of my way, force pushes them off the cliff.
But they fly.
And then Rey, well, they can fly short distances, but Rey then recovers from there. So it wouldn't be like oh, they've ganged up and they're beating the hell out of Kylo Ren.
Oh,
it would be a scene like
like kind of like protecting Princess Leia.
Yeah, except in this movie we would see them get obliterated.
In this movie, they're gonna get obliterated.
Yes, because apparently it's really dark. Yeah,
Porgs are gonna die.
I think so. I think there's gonna be at least a few.
Wow. And then they're going to have a Happy Meal in McDonald's called, would you like a Porg?
Let's face it.
Sure.
That's probably going to be what the meat is Porg meat.
Oh, God.
They're probably going to have the burger shaped like Porgs.
Chris, I have some concerns. I have some concerns with The Last Jedi. I have concerns with Solo. And from what Abrams is talking about Episode 9, I heavily have some concerns.
Well, what are you concerned about with 8? Other than the Porgs.
I'm really worried about what they're going to do with Snoke. And
we're not going to find out what they do with Snoke in 8.
Okay. I'm worried about what exactly is this movie going to be about? Is it going to be about he's training her and then she's going to go fight? It seems like Empire. I don't want copies off of movies. I want an original movie, because if you ask me, the way it sounds, the Empire attacked Hoth and they had to get out of there in the beginning of the movie. And they find out the base in the beginning of this movie and attack the base. So I'm a little concerned with the fact that things are like copying off of other movies. And I thought that we were going to have some original stuff here.
It is going there are going to be original things, but the thing that we all have to remember is that in Star Wars, there are always going to be callbacks to the other movies. There's always going to be similarities. It's just the way the Star Wars formula works. And this was again, if you watch that documentary too that you mentioned before, this is the way that George Lucas went about doing episodes 1, 2, and 3. He said outright, it's like a poem. The stanzas rhyme. So you have, if you go back and watch episodes 1, 2, and 3, as bad as those were at points, there are similarities 2, 4, 5, and 6. Now, the thing is, they were more subtly done than they were in 7. But I don't fault 7 for being similar to A New Hope at all, because that was a way to get people to like ease into it. If
I
you were already a
understand that.
fan.
I mean,
And if you're a new fan, that's a good way to ease into it too. So I totally understand why they did it like that.
I did like Force Awakens, but it seems that the more I watch it, I'm kind of like, you get that? If you watch it,
No.
I don't know.
Every time I watch The Force Awakens, I actually like it more and more, because I catch things and I start to think about things differently.
Okay. I just, for one, I don't want to see no Death Star in this. Is there going to be a Death Star in this?
I don't know. I think the Mega Destroyer is going to be like the big ship.
The bad guys are going to win, obviously. The bad guys are going to win at the end of this, obviously, right?
I'm not so sure, actually. I'm really not. I don't think they are. I think that's what everybody's expecting.
Okay. And then, I know it's early to talk about 9, but what I'm getting from 9 is that he's going to completely end the trilogy, and then if they do something else, it's going to be years, decades, century later. If they do something else,
no idea. We have no idea what they're going to if and when they do 10, 11,
well,
12.
He first of all, he threw the script in the garbage, didn't he?
Who?
Abrams for 9.
I don't know if he's using what
because
Trevor
I
had.
heard,
I have no idea.
All I know is I heard he's throwing in the garbage. He's doing it himself. Maybe he may retain stuff, maybe not, but it's going to be completely different than what he had.
Well, it's possible.
I just want to enjoy it, man. I want to be like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had my concerns about Episode 8, but after seeing that trailer, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Listen, they're not gonna. Here's the one thing: are they gonna do some crazy shit in 9, like the end of the movie, things are bleak, and then fucking Han Solo's really alive, and they fucking kept him secret, and he's gonna fucking shoot Snoke and whatever, and they're not gonna do shit like that. Okay.
No.
All right, good. Because that's, ridiculous in itself. I hope I like this, man. I really hope. It's Star Wars, for crying out loud. I mean, how do you feel? Are you happy with what you've seen?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you're not
because I've liked Episode 7. I really liked Episode 7, and I really liked Rogue One. Even though I don't care about the Han Solo movie, I'm really excited for Episode 8 and 9 to a point, because I don't know much about what's going on with 9. But so far, I'll tell you what. I think, and this is just my opinion, I think the story that Disney is telling is better than anything that I read in Legends. I liked Legends stuff to a point, but there was a lot of things in Legends that I did not like. Right. And I'm glad that those stories are gone and that they're telling new stories, even though, yes, they are similar to the old stories. I'm not saying that they're completely original. I like the story that they're telling.
Okay. That's fair. All right. I invited Sally, so hopefully Sally. Okay. Do we have a time limit or no?
No, I haven't seen anything pop up yet.
Okay, because you know what it is? I didn't even think. I mean, I figured it was late. I didn't want to bother people at night.
Yeah.
So let me invite people. Shame on me.
Yeah, she just said hi to me, so I didn't know how long.
Okay. All right. So I invited her and Ben. Let's see what we could do. Yeah, Chris, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm worried.
No, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I a lot of times you and I see these movies and we get let down, and we're like, oh shit! Like I didn't like Batman vs Superman. Neither did you. There was all this Spider-Man Homecoming, and the biggest thing is like, oh, why are they doing this to our stuff? And that's the biggest concern that I have, is that the way things are lately, it's like even Star Trek Discovery. I was talking to Scott about it today, and I got to tell you, I've seen it now, Chris, up to date, all the Discovery episodes, and I don't think you watch it, but I told Scott that if they would have did episode 3 rather than 1 and 2 as an opener, That would have been accepted, but still I don't like it. I still don't like it though. It's too dark, and it's not Star Trek. But I want to get everybody in here because I want to see what they think of Last Jedi. You know, and I want to maybe we could talk about it before the time limit happens. And if hello.
I'm just kind of hoping we get a Palpatine movie.
Yeah, me too. I would want a Palpatine. How you doing, Ben? Ben, you hear us?
Yeah.
Ben, what are your thoughts with The Last Jedi?
I'm going to see it when it comes out in theaters.
I mean, what do you think, though? I mean, you think it's going to be...
Good.
You have nothing against it? You don't think... You're not worried about anything? Hey, Suzy.
I just think the Porgs are stupid. I want plenty... I don't want Luke to be portrayed as kind of a wuss. He looks kind of scared when Rey's getting her mode first going.
I don't think anybody wants it. Yeah.
And as long as it's not a rehash of an already existing Star Wars movie, I'm game.
That's what Joe's saying.
What's up, Suzy?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm worried, but again, I'm not going to be negative. I want to see, you know, I'm a little weary of what's going to happen, you know. I'm worried about a lot of things. I'm worried about Walking Dead, too. I'm worried about a lot of my favorite stuff, you know. But, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Jay. Wow,
Damn.
I know. Watch the time limit card, right? Like, so, yeah. Jay, what's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right, guys. So here's the thing. The topic is Star Wars: The Last Jedi. That's what we're talking about in this cast. And I want to know your opinion, Jay. I'm going to go with you first. I want to know what you think of The Last Jedi with the trailers, with the thing you've seen coming out of it. Are you excited about what's going to happen?
I'm excited for The Last Jedi, but the trailer could have been a little bit more pumped up.
Okay, explain.
One thing I didn't like was Luke Skywalker was scared of the Force.
Okay.
And next thing, I would have liked to have seen a little more of Snoke.
Right.
And basically, that's it. Just a few little things could have been pumped up, but I liked the trailer. It was okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I'm getting excited to see it whenever it comes out on DVD.
Okay. What about you, Suzy?
I'm going to see it for my birthday.
All right. Happy birthday.
Pre-birthday.
My birthday's not till the 21st of December.
I'll forget it by then.
Yeah. So I'm close to Chris's. I'm close to Chris's birthday.
All right.
Yes, you are. 2 days after, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. What about you, Daniel? About Star Wars: Last Jedi.
I loved it.
Well, we didn't see it yet. But
He's from the future.
I know. No, I mean like of the trailers and above the characters and the porgs and stuff. What do you think?
Oh, the pork.
Yeah, I think it's just really, really exciting. Can't wait to see it, you know. It really pumps me up for it.
Okay. You know, I invited you earlier today, Daniel. We had Trekkies cast before.
Oh,
and
really?
I reviewed episode 4 and 5, and I invited you, but you never came in. You're probably busy.
Oh,
but...
I would have loved to have that.
Yeah. Well, we could do another one. That just.
Oh.
What about you, Ben? Anything you want to say about it before we got a time limit? Just started time limit.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we have in here? Who else is in here? Hello.
That's interesting.
Anybody else in here that I don't know about? Why am I? Let's see. Who's in the bottom? Hello.
It's Chris.
I see Chris, but there's nobody else. Okay.
Nope.
Nobody else. Okay. So Suzy.
I did see the trailer. I had to watch it on the phone though,
Okay.
and I will have to watch it a couple more times because it went by so fast. I'm still waiting to hear Luke's first words.
Oh, okay. So you can't see it on the computer?
That's what I want to hear. I will watch it on the computer, but I saw it on the phone first. Well, since I don't know what they are, I can't say not anything. So I don't know what they are. I don't know what they look like. I don't know.
For some reason, when you said that, immediately in my head, and only me, it thing popped in my head about Friday the 13th Part 3, where the guy, it's a a horror movie, of course, Jason Voorhees.
Oh, my TV.
Wait, and the guy, I guess he's looking for somebody, whatever it was. No, somebody knocked on the lady's door, and she goes, "Who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you?" And I'm thinking like Luke would be like, I'm just picturing what she said, but Luke is like, "Who the hell are you? Get the hell off my island." Listen, I just had my whole students get killed. I'm on a rock in the middle of the ocean. Like, how the F do you find me?
Get away from people.
Get the hell out of here. Right.
I've been waiting for him to say something since the last movie.
I'm expecting he's going to say thank you for the lightsaber. Now get the hell off my island. Like, because he don't want to have anything to do with that.
Island.
Yeah.
You get off my island. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, do you think he's going to be pleasant?
Star Wars.
Chris, do you think he's
What was that?
Do you think he's going to be pleasant to her when
No, absolutely not.
he's going to get the hell out of here?
Who the fuck?
Yeah, well, apparently it takes him a while to warm up to her.
Right.
Well,
The boy is reckless.
Hey, look at it this way. Somebody did maybe it's true, that little parody. He starts singing a Celine Dion song. And
Jesus. Remember how like Yoda's in the cave and he's like talking to the air. He's like, the boy is reckless. And then so was I. Like Obi-Wan's talking to him. He's like, oh my God, that's Mr. Yoda. I mean, is there going to be a Force ghost of like Yoda talking to him, saying train her? You think or no? Because isn't Yoda supposed to be in this, Chris?
There's a lot of people that's supposed to be in this movie.
Yoda's supposed to be in this, right?
Allegedly.
So
I love that word, allegedly.
So Yoda's probably going to tell him, listen, train her, right? I bet you.
Ooh, that would be
neat. Fear is a path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. Always with you cannot be done. I know that's just going to happen. I know he's going to talk to Luke. He's going to get him to train.
Good imitation, man.
I know it. Thank you.
I totally am going to put Yoda on my phone as a ringtone.
They should have had Yoda on that trailer.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what was the time? I don't even. Oh, it was 6 minutes. Okay.
I just don't see Luke Skywalker getting scared of Rey using the Force like that, because Darth Vader is supposed to be the.
I think he's afraid of her turning evil. He's afraid of her turning evil. That's what he's afraid of.
Oh.
Because when he saw it the last time, he saw Darth Vader doing stuff like that, right? Is that what he's in? Is that what he's talking about, Chris? Like when he sees all that stuff, he saw that in Vader. Is that what he's saying? He saw it in the past. Is that what he's talking about, Chris, or no?
Well, without giving too much away, he's actually referring to a couple of things apparently when he says that. One of them apparently being Vader. The other two,
Yoda.
If what I've heard is true, it's better to wait and see what it is.
It's not like Yoda when he lifted the ship and all that, right? Okay.
No.
So he's afraid. He's afraid because when he faced it, I believe, my theory, Darth Vader's evil. But if a good person like her has the power, well, he don't know who she is from Adam, but if he's training her thinking she's going to be good and she has that type of power, he thinks that she's going to be, or she's going to be like Kylo Ren. Maybe Kylo Ren was that powerful when he trained him, and he's like, and then he turned to the dark side. Could that be it, Chris? That he knew that Kylo Ren was powerful?
That allegedly that's one of the other things he's referring to. Yeah.
Who's
There's
more
another
powerful?
thing he's referring to. And I think if what I've heard is true, this other thing that he's referring to is gonna be pretty surprising.
You know what it is?
I've heard what it potentially.
You don't want to say it?
I can if you want, but
yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
it's
Just
better
go.
to see it.
Just go.
He's referring to himself.
That he has the power to do that.
That something happened in the past where he unleashed that kind of power and it frightened him that he could
It's
do
probably
something
why he's reaching his hand out through the rubble in the beginning.
So let me just hypothesize. Kylo Ren with the Knights of Ren kill all his students. He flips out in a moment of rage and blows up like most of the planet or something, right? Is that what's probably going to happen?
I don't know that specifically, but it could be something similar to that.
And then he gets freaked out that Kylo Ren got him to channel his anger, his hatred, like the Emperor was trying to do. And he says, "Oh, let me just go on a cave."
He did. That's how he beat Vader.
Right, he channeled his rage and everything, right?
Yeah.
So if Kylo Ren did that to the planet, then he's got to be more powerful than Vader.
Maybe.
Well, he has the potential to become more powerful than Vader, but then again, so do Rey and Luke. Vader was severely hindered by what happened to him on Mustafar, because him in that armor, when he had to wear that armor, that severely reduced his power and his potential. Had he not been, maimed and burned by Obi-Wan,
right,
he would have become like the from what Lucas said, and I know that what he says is not necessarily the law of Star Wars anymore, but back when he was in charge of this, he had said that if Anakin was able to maintain his body without the suit, he would have been in a league that even Palpatine and Yoda couldn't touch.
True.
He would have become so powerful that even if they worked together, it possibly wouldn't have even touched what Anakin could do.
I agree with that.
Wow.
Damn.
Because the Force is all around you.
And he had harnessed both sides, technically harnessed the dark side.
But you know what the thing that's funny to me is now you have two Darth Vaders running around. Not literally Darth Vader, but
yeah.
You have Kylo Ren, who's supposedly that powerful, right? Or is he not that powerful?
Well, he is powerful. He kind of gets a bad rep because people don't like him.
Yeah,
which
he's
is
a
like
wuss.
Well, but that's the thing, though. Like, this guy is actually way more powerful than people give him credit for.
I know that. Yeah, and she's powerful too, though.
Oh yeah.
So when
the only reason she beat him was because he was emotionally he was imbalanced by killing Han, and he was bleeding to death because when Chewie shot him. Right. Had both of those things not happened, she would have been dead in like 10 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
If he wanted to kill her.
Right.
And he was even holding back because he was trying to turn her to the dark side.
Yes.
So even with all this other stuff going on, he was still holding back.
And there's no more power of 2 anymore, right?
Well, no, there's no more Sith.
No more Sith, so they could be like 1 million. Just
less than a minute.
All right. So they could have multiple people under their whatever you call
if they wanted to, yeah.
Now, what about the other Knights of Ren? Did Luke kill them all, and Kylo Ren escaped?
I think we're going to be seeing them in a different form in this movie.
So they're going to appear, the Knights of Ren? Or is it going to be a flashback?
I think we already know who they are.
The Knights of Ren?
Yes.
Who the hell are the Knights of Ren?
Yeah.
If you look at the marketing, you'll see who they are.
What, those troopers that are all red and stuff like that? That just...
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, did we
nice.
see them before, Chris?
No, they appeared just now.
Okay, because I remember the ropes and the masks